Test, test. Usually takes like 5 seconds. Can you hear? Nothing?
Yeah, it should be good.
Okay. So the refs are getting set up. Hello, hello.
Is your volume turned up on your phone? You can also say, can test? Can anybody hear us out there?
Still can't hear anything? She can hear? Okay. All right, welcome Rampage fans. Saturday afternoon matchup. Your Rampage hosting the Rough Riders. Out on the ice, looks like you got Hudson, Dotson. Looks like Mendelson up front. Sherman, Coop on the back end. Puck gets into Rough Rider zone. Dotson tying up his man there. Puck comes over into the near side corner here. Rough Rider circling back behind the net. Burst direction, trying to go out the other way. Able to get it out across the blue line. Puck comes back to Cooper. Cooper outlet pass up to Huddy. Huddy's going to get across the red line, dump and change. Got a whistle. We're going to have an offensive zone face-off coming on the ice for your Rampage. Going to be catcher, like Jake and Hostler, with Hugo and Christie on the point. Referees getting everybody sorted out. Rough Riders, puck ends up over on Hostler. He dumps it behind the net. Jake back there putting pressure on. Hostler trying to pin them down. They get an outlet pass there on the near side boards. Able to get it out of the zone. They enter into the Rampage zone, get a shot, goes over the net. Comes out. Rough Riders able to hold the zone. They dump it down deep. Christie able to intercept that. Gets on catcher stick. Tries to clear it out. Ends up staying in the zone. Rough Riders get a good opportunity and close shoot it over the net. Big hit there by Hugo. Pucks Jake. Tries to get an outlet pass. It's disrupted there. Christie's going to get over. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty. Looks like on Grayson Hostler. Let's see what the call is. Looks like an elbow. So Rampage going to go on the penalty kill. Got Hudson and Mendelson up front. Cooper and Sherman on defense. A bit of a stalemate on the draw. Ultimately ends up coming back to Rough Riders defenseman. He tries to work it down low. Hudson Lay intercepts it. Tries to get it up to Jack. A little bit of a mishandle there. Creating an offsides. Right idea right there. Rampage trying to find a little offense on this penalty kill. Hudson wins the faceoff back. Cooper goes D to D over to Sherm. Sherm tries to find Mendelson. Rough Riders able to intercept the pass, head back in. They elect to dump it around to the other side. Hudson getting some pressure. Trying to make a pass. Jack's got a break here. Looks like he's on a breakaway. Comes Jack coming in. Makes a move. Rough Riders goalie able to make a big save. Hudson digs it out. That's actually Sherman digs it out. He's down low. Rough Riders able to come away with the puck, and they're heading up the ice. You got Dotson back. They make a pass. Oh, get a shot on net right off the post. We'll take that break. Rough Riders in the zone. They go D to D, get a shot towards the net, gets blocked down in front. They get the puck back, get a shot to the net. David Shields standing tall. Gonna glove that last shot attempt. Got a whistle. We'll have a defensive zone face-off. On the ice for Rampage, we got Dotson and Markey with Hugo and Christie on the back end. We got about a minute left in the penalty. 13:38 left in the first period. Rough Riders come away with the face-off. They go D to D. Get a shot towards the net, blocked down in front. Christie looking to come away. The puck taken. They try to make a pass across. Dotson intercepts that for second. Get a shot from the far side there. David Shield able to manage that one easily. We're going to have another defensive zone faceoff. It's going to be to David's left. 45 seconds left on that Hostler penalty. Rough Riders able to control the faceoff, get another shot. David Shields able to glove that one down. Change of personnel for Rampage. Looks like you got catcher and Bastine out on the ice. Christie and Hugo. Faceoff's going to be to David Shields' right. Rampage come away with control. Christie shoots it up and over the defender. A little too much juice on it. It's going to go down for an icing. Get another face-off. Got about 30 seconds left in the Hostler penalty. Rampage actually able to come away with the puck. Catcher has it. Gets it up to Jake. Jake kind of chips it down into the zone. Takes a hit. Rough Riders behind their net looking to break out. Don't connect. Catcher's able to intercept that pass. He heads into, or it's actually Hudson heads into the zone. Gets it out in front, but nobody was there. Jake went off for a change. Christie steps up, takes a shot, goes high and wide. Comes out of the zone. Hugo's giving chase. Back into our zone. Shoots it up the near side boards there. Rough Riders come away with possession. They dump it back in the zone. Hugo goes cross ice over to Dottie. It's away from him. Rough Riders looking to come back out on the ice. Change on defense. Cooper jumps in, gets the puck over to Mendelson. Mendelson up to Hudson. Dottie tries to get it in front to Jack, just out ahead of him, just a hair. Rough Riders come away, able to break out, get across the red line. They dump the puck in. Cooper Briggs goes back, collects the puck, tries to reverse directions, gets intercepted. Puck comes out in front to Rough Riders, trying to get a shot on. Good defense effort there by Markey. Puck ends up back behind. Sherman's battling behind the net. Markey's back there as well. Puck comes out to Cooper. Cooper's got his head up, looking up the ice. Tries to do an indirect pass to Vassallo. Doesn't connect, ends up coming down for an icing. So we're going to have a defensive zone face-off. David Shields left. On the ice, looks like you've got Markey at center. Vassy and Jacob Liu. Sherman and Cooper on the back end. Markey wins the puck. Back to Coop. Coop sends it around the boards over Jacob Liu. Tries to chip it out in the middle. Rough Riders able to intercept that. Puck comes back on the half wall. Cooper's able to get that. Gets it over to Vassallo. Vassallo able to get the puck out of the zone. Rough Riders able to get possession back. Jacob Liu leans into a player, forcing a turnover. Puck's on Cooper Briggs' stick. He's getting pestered. Able to get to the red line and chip it in. Looks like the Rough Riders are going to come away with the penalty. Might have been a late hit on Cooper. We'll take the power play. Got Ketchler, Hostler, and Bastine up front. Hugo and Christie. Rampage is going to have a power play. We've got 11 minutes left in the first period. Still 0-0. Faceoff comes back. Ultimately ends up back on D. Christie goes D to D over to Hugo. Hugo tries to send a shot to the net. Goes wide. Comes out of the zone. Christie comes back to give chase. He's got one Rough Riders player on him. Comes away with the puck. He goes D to D. Far side. Gets a shot out in front. Christie steps up. Is able to block that. Shoots it out of the zone. Rampage have possession. Trying to get something controlled and set up here. Christie tries to make a pass up to Hostler. Out of his reach. Goes down for an icing. Rampage trying to get something going. I'm sure they're a little frustrated. Still early in the game. We've got a minute 30 left. Rampage, new personnel on the ice. You've got Hudson, Dotson, and Mendelson. Cooper and Sherman. Puck comes back to Sherman. Sends it around the boards. Mendelson tries to hit Dotson, come through the middle, gets intercepted. Rough Riders throw it back in. Rampage shoot the puck around the boards, get it over to Mendelson. Mendelson makes a cross-ice pass to Dotson. Dotson's in the zone. He takes wide, tries to get out in front. Rough Riders able to intercept that. Hudson comes away with the puck down the corner, working his way up the half wall, getting to the middle, gets a shot on the net, goes a little bit wide. Dotson there, battling in the corner. Hudson's able to come away with the puck, gets it out in front. Jack gets taken away, but it comes out to Sherman, gets a shot on net, goes a little bit high and wide. Cooper steps up, takes a hit to try to hold the zone. Able to hold the zone. Dotson gets it out to the middle. Hudson not able to hold the zone, has to come back out for a regroup. Briggs has the puck now, gets across the blue line, takes a shot on net, goes into the corner. He gets his own rebound, gets it up to Hostler. For a second, Rough Riders able to get it out of the zone. Grayson Hostler makes a big hit on the Rough Riders player. Referee didn't like it. We're going to have another penalty. Penalty calls a roughing. Coach Sherman and the referee not exactly seeing eye to eye right now. They're having a civil discussion. I don't think he liked how Cooper Briggs was hit. The boards over here when he stepped up to keep the puck in, it seemed like it was a high hit to his head. Hostler had a big hit on a kid. It's kind of a tough situation for him because Hostler is probably twice as tall as the kid that he hit, so it looks like a lot worse than it is. Felt like it was just a matter of physics there. But nonetheless, we've got 4-on-4 action for 17 seconds. You've got Ketcher and Bastine out. On the face-off, Rough Riders are able to win it and get it deep. Rampage has possession. They're coming out. We got 2-on-2. Ketcher over to Bastine. Bastine back to Ketcher. Ketcher gets a shot on net. Rough Riders goalie's able to glove that one down. We're going to have an offensive zone face-off. There's only 1 second left on the Rough Riders penalty, so we're 4-on-4 for this face-off. We got 9 minutes left in the first period. We're at 0-0. 4-on-4 for 1 second. Then Rough Riders player will be coming out of the box. Face-off goes to far side boards over there. Rough Riders come away with it. They go D to D. Gonna pass up the middle, across the Rampage blue line. They're gonna stop, try to set it up. Goes out to the defender. Hugo steps up, creates some havoc. Puck ultimately comes out of the zone. Rough Riders able to get possession and go D to D. They try to make a pass up. Jake Bastine gets a little stick on it. They finally get in the zone, take a long range shot. Christie blocks it. They get the rebound, get a shot on net. David Shield alert and ready for that one. Makes a great save. They go cross ice. Rough Riders make an unbelievable shot. Great cross ice pass. Low and off to the side of the net. And goes upstairs. Makes it really difficult for David Shield to get over there and cover the top of the net. Rough Riders go up 1-0. That's going to negate the penalty. So we'll be back to 5-on-5 action. 8:28 left in the first period. Rough Riders up 1-0. Got Hudson, Mendelson, and Dotson up front with Cooper and Sherm on the back end. Rough Riders come away with possession. Hudson steals that away. Tries to get a pass out to the middle. Rough Riders able to intercept that. They head back into the zone. Hudson lays a big hit. Puck comes around to the far side here, or actually the near side. Hudson's able to pick it up, tries to chip it around a player. Cooper steps up, gets the puck, gets back on Hudson's stick. He gets a shot to the net, goes over to the far side. Mendelson gets there, gets knocked off the puck. Rough Riders trying to head back up. Cooper's got the puck, looking to break out. Pass out to Dotson. Dotson chips it forward into the Rough Rider zone. They go D to D. Catcher jumps on the ice, able to intercept that. Rough Riders player falls down. Rampage with possession. Catcher's got it down in the corner battling. Got Dotson down there with some support. Mendelson comes off for a change. Hostler steps on the ice. Cooper goes off for a change. Christie coming on the ice. Puck ends up behind Rough Riders' net. They chop, get it up the boards. They're able to break out. Try to make a cross ice pass, doesn't connect. Ends up behind David Shield. Christie looking to break the puck out, tries to hit Jake on the boards. This doesn't connect. Goes down for an icing. So we're going to have a defensive zone face-off to the right of David Shield. On the ice, looks like you've got Markey centering Bastine and Hostler. You got Christie, and I'm guessing Hugo down in that corner. I can't see from my angle. Markey gets kicked out of the face-off. Puck ends up over David Shields softly. He's able to direct it behind the net. Bastine goes off his little support down in the corner. Puck comes up on the near side. They try to get it towards the net. Christie kicks it away. Puck's kind of up top. Somehow the Rough Riders player is able to come through a little bit before he gets taken down. Puck goes over to Hostler. Hostler tries to hit Markey coming up the middle. Rough Riders get possession back. They're back in the zone. Makes a move around Hostler. Gets to the net, shoots it wide. Rough Riders go low to high. Shot goes wide, comes out the other side. A little bit of chaos right now. They get a shot on net. David would like to lower the temperature in the kitchen here and gloves that one down, and we're going to hold that for a whistle. So defensive zone face-off. You got Hudson, Mendelson, Dottie, Sherman Coop. A little bit of hacking and whacking. Puck ends up in the glove of David Shield. Face-off will be in the same location. Face-off goes back to the corner. Cooper shoots it around the boards, near side boards here. Comes out of the zone. Rough Riders able to shoot it off the boards. They have possession. Make a cross-ice pass. Go ahead and dump it in deep. Sherman goes behind the net. Tries to advance it forward a little bit. Gets tied up in the corner. Puck's able to come up the wall. Rough Riders guy steps up. Shoots it into the far corner. Cooper goes over. Engages with their player. Finally comes away with the puck. Gets out of the zone. You got Cooper heading up the ice. Gets around. He's got an angle on one of the players. Tries to get it out in front. Over to Hudson. Crash in the net. Rough Riders goalie's able to get in between that passing attempt. Cover it for a whistle. So we're going to have an offensive zone face-off coming on the ice for your Rampage. You got Markey at center with Vassy and Jacob Liu with Hugo and Christie. Five minutes, 33 seconds. Puck ends up in the corner. Rough Riders player shoots it around. Hugo's going to step up, chips it down deep. Rough Riders player tries to reverse his direction, go out the other end. They're able to skate it out, make a pass out the center. Player goes wide, chips it around Christie. Hugo and Christie behind the net battling. Puck pops out to Vassy. Cassie makes a great breakout pass up to Jacob Blue, gets across the red line, dumps it in, takes a big hit. Rough Rider is able to go D to D. The breakout pass there up the ice. Puck ends up in the near side corner here. Christie collides with Rough Riders player. Hugo able to shoot the puck up to the boards here. Jacob Blue able to get the puck out of the zone. Rough Riders get it though, and they regroup, try to go D to D and back up the ice. Bastien steps out on the ice. Hugo's able to clear the zone. Oh, referee's on top of everything. Looks like he's going to call them for too many men on the ice. That is great awareness, considering he was down here on the near side, very far away from their bench, and was able to recognize too many men on the ice. So Rampage are going to get a power play out of this. Get an offensive zone face-off. Looks like you got catcher, Hostler, and Bastien up front, with Sherman and Coop on the back end. Puck goes back. Rough Riders try to clear it. Comes back to Sherman. He gets a shot on net that gets blocked down. Comes out of the zone. They get across the red line, shoot it in. Sherman tries to clear the puck out of the zone. They were able to keep it in. All right, see if the Rampage kind of try to set it up here. Shoots it up the boards. Rough Riders able to create some havoc. It gets tied up. Finally get the puck out of the zone. Oh, that's a huge headshot that Bastien just took. Puck comes down. He goes off the ice. Puck's down in the corner. Coop's battling. You got a Hostler down in there tying up a man. Sherman digs the puck out, shoots it up the boards. Rough Riders player able to hold. Puck's behind the net. Sherman goes to get it. Shoots it up the boards. Page looking a little bit disorganized. See if we can slow it down. Coop's able to get the puck up to Catcher. Catcher gets in on a break, cuts to the middle, gets a shot on net. Rough Riders goalie gloves it down. On the ice for Rampage, got Hudson, Mendelson, Dottie, Hugo, and Christie. 42 seconds left in the power play. 3 minutes left in the first period. Rough Riders come away with the face-off. They're able to skate it out of the zone. Christie's able to take the puck away. Looks like we're picking up a penalty on the back check. Might have gotten Dotson, looks like, for a hook. So that's our second power play that we've taken a penalty on. So Rampage are going to have 4-on-4 action. We got Hudson and Mendelson, Christie and Hugo. We're going to be 4-on-4 for 36 seconds. Puck comes down. Mendelson's stick gets tied up a little bit. Rough Riders able to get a shot on net. Puck comes around. Rough Riders try to get another shot on net. Hudson's able to intercept that. He gets the puck stripped away from him, but he's still battling. It looks like the puck came out of the zone, and we're going to have an offsides. Rough Riders able to advance the puck off the face-off into Rampage zone. Comes around. Hugo shoots it back around the board, trying to reverse direction. Mendelson's able to chip it up and out. Doesn't look like it's going to have the distance for an icing. Hudson gives chase on their defender. They make a breakout pass. They're looking to come up the ice. Hudson does a great job of picking his pocket and stripping. Gets the puck away momentarily. Rough Riders able to get possession back. They get across the blue line. They hit the break, stop, go to their defender, tries to shoot it in. Ends up being somewhat of a little dangerous hopper of a shot for David to manage. He's able to track that one all the way in. We got a whistle. Good to see Bastien back out on the ice. We're taking that big hit on the last shift. We got catcher Bastien up front with Sherman and Coop. Rough Riders got a power play for 1 minute and 5 seconds. They win the face-off back. They're setting it up on the far side wall. Walk in and take a shot from distance. David Shield sees that one all the way into his glove. Another defensive zone face-off. Rough Riders come away with the face-off. They work their way down into that corner, kind of step out, try to get a shot. Catcher blocks that one. They're able to get the puck up to the blue line. Takes a shot from the blue line. David Shield directs that one into the corner. Coop's there. Gets a chip out. That one's going to end up on net for Rough Riders, so it's not going to be an icing. Goalie makes a good play. Stretch pass down. Rough Riders got possession. Coop's able to strip the puck. He taps it ahead. He's on a breakaway. Cooper comes in. Big save. We got a rebound out in front. Catcher gets taken down in front too. Looks like we're going to have another penalty. Another scrub too. Bastien's helmet comes off. We'll see how this one shakes out. It's getting a little spirited here. The end of the first period. Let's hope that Rampage can channel that energy in the right direction. See if we can get some results on the scoreboard. This looks like the Rough Riders are going to be the only ones coming away with a penalty. So Dotson's got 15 seconds left in his penalty. We've got 1:20 left in the first period. On the ice, you've got Hudson and Mendelson, Hugo and Christie. Hudson wins the draw back to Mendelson. He gets a quick shot on net. Goalie's able to make a save. Puck goes into the corner. They try to go D to D. Mendelson steps in there, intercepts. He's got possession. Goes low to high up to Christie. Christie taking a look. He goes back down low to Hudson. Hudson shakes off one of the Rough Riders player. He comes out of the corner. He comes across. Puck comes out to Christie. Dotson's out of the box. We've got a penalty. Oh, sneaky shot by Christie. The goalie actually didn't even see it. It just coincidentally hit off his stick into the corner. Hudson with possession. Finds Mendy out in front. Just bounces right over his stick. Rough Riders player is able to get possession, get across the red line, and dump it in. Christie shoots it around the boards. Rough Riders able to shoot it back in. Behind the net, puck ends up in the far corner. Hugo picks it up, looking to head out of the zone. Makes a really long stretch pass, intercepted by the Rough Riders. He mishandles the puck. Another player in support. Rough Riders with possession of the puck behind the net. They circle around. He's going to go out of the zone and kill even some more time. Mendelson gives some chase. Dotson trying to angle him off. Gets across the red line and dumps it in. Christie goes back. Gives chase, got his head up. Goes around the boards, connects with catcher. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first period. Shots right now look like in Rampage's favor, 13-11. We return to the second period. Looks like there's actually 2 penalties up on the board for the Rough Riders. I didn't recognize that it was 5-on-3.
I don't think that's right.
I think that there's only one penalty, but when we return, we're on the power play at least a 5-on-4 for 40 seconds. We're going to take a break momentarily. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, we're getting ready for second period action. It actually does look like it's a 5-on-3. They've got 2 players in the box. You've got Hudson, Gotti, and Mendelson up front, Coop and Sherm. Puck comes back to Coop on the draw. He goes D to D to Sherman. Sherman takes a long-range shot on net. Dotson gives chase. Rough Riders try to clear it. Coop's able to get that. Gets a shot on net. Pops out to Mendelson. Mendelson over to Briggs. Briggs back to Mendelson from the high slot. Takes a shot. Rough Riders goalie able to make a good save on that one. They're going to have an offensive zone faceoff. It's like 17 seconds left on the penalties for the Rough Riders. Puck ends up on Dotson's stick out of the face-off. Tries to get a quick shot. Takes it's like a little shot to the face. Puck's over in the corner. No call. They try to get it out. Cooper holds the line. He walks downhill. Takes a shot. No rebound. Goalie's able to swallow that one up. We got 3 seconds left on the penalty. Rough Riders come away with the face-off. It looked like the puck came out of the zone. Kind of interesting that the linesman didn't even blow the whistle on that offsides. The actual referee did, which is not his job to do so. I do agree with the call. I think the puck did come out of the zone, but on the ice now for Rampage, you've got catcher Hostler and Bastine with Briggs and Sherman. Face-offs down. Rough Riders come away with the puck. Try to head into the zone. They dump it in. Hostler lays a big hit. Puck's down in the corner. You got Briggs, Hostler battling. Looks like Sherman's down there. Puck gets kicked out from behind the net. Catcher goes and gets it. Makes a move to get around one. Make a pass up to Cooper Briggs, a little bit out of his reach. Rough Riders were able to come away with the puck, get across the red line, and shoot it in. They try to pass it up to the nearer side boards here. Tied up with Hostler, and looks like Sherman. Battling on the boards, trying to get the puck to come loose. Puck pops out. Rough Riders dump it into the far corner. Cooper's over there to give chase. Comes up, Bastine lays a hit on a player, puck pops back out. They get a shot for the point. Tricky rebound for David Shield to manage, and Rough Riders were in the right place, able to knock the rebound home. Rough Riders go up 2-0. 14 minutes left in the second period. On the ice for Rampage, you've got Marky Vassallo and Jacob Blue, Hugo and Christie. Face-offs down. Marky's able to get it back to Vassallo, shoots it up the boards. Comes to the Rough Riders D, goes D to D and up the puck's back into Rampage zone. Rough Riders player loses his footing. It's like a little bit of a pile up. Players getting kind of hit more into the pile. Puck pops out. Hugo's able to get the puck out of the zone. Rough Riders come back away. They're heading back into the zone. Great defensive effort by Hugo there to knock the puck away from behind the player. Comes over to Jacob Blue, who shoots the puck up the ice. Hugo with a head of steam gets there first. He's coming across. He looks for Vassallo. Just doesn't connect. Goes off Vassallo's skate. Comes back out of the zone. Christie going back to give chase. Ends up at the corner. Rough Riders come away with the puck. Hits on the brakes. Tries to head to the net. Tries to make a pass out in front. Doesn't connect. Puck ends up back in this near side corner. Rough Riders player's there first. Tries to get up to his D. Dotson intercepts that, makes a breakout pass. It's intercepted momentarily, but Hudson's able to pick that up, makes a move around one. Jack ends up with it, gets a shot on net. Rough Riders goalie's able to swallow that one up. No rebound. Jack was going to the net, or Hudson was going to the net looking for a rebound, but there was nothing there. Got about 13 minutes left in the second period. Rough Riders are up 2-0. Offensive zone faceoff for Rampage. We got Hudson, Mendelson, and Dotson. Puck ends up on the near side wall here. Dotson battling. Hudson coming in, gives some help. Puck pops out. Rough Riders able to skate away with it. Mendelson provides a little resistance. They're able to get it past Sherman. Comes down into the zone. Cooper tries to chip it back. Rough Riders player ends up with it down in the corner. Goes low to high. Their defender tries to get a shot off. Mendelson's there to negate that opportunity. Rampage finally trying to make a breakout pass. Can't get it out of the zone. Rough Riders able to keep it in. Looks like Hudson's able to get nice high off the glass chip. Comes out of the zone. Down in the Rough Riders zone now. They're on the near side boards here. Make a breakout pass. Looks like that was intercepted by catcher. He was looking for an avenue to get into the zone. Couldn't. Had to retreat. Goes back to regroup. Cooper Briggs has the puck. Tries to make a stretch pass. Gets knocked down by the Rough Riders player. Walks in. Got a mixed pass off to the side of the net. Takes a shot. David Shield. Huge save there. Catcher with the puck on the near side boards. Tries to get it out. Comes up on the near side boards here. Sherman steps up, makes a big hit. Referee didn't like that one, it looks like. I'm not sure what the call is going to be. It's either going to be an elbowing, maybe a roughing. Tough to see from this angle what hand signal he gave. Nonetheless, going to be a minor penalty for Sherman. Going to be on the penalty kill. Looks like you got Bastien and Hostler up front. Christie and Hugo. Bastien in for the face-off. Rough Riders able to get possession of the draw. Goes back to their defenseman. He's working towards the center of the ice. There's a pass over to the near side boards. They go cross ice. The head down, tries to find someone in the middle. Pass goes through the seam into the corner. They go low to high again. Defender goes over D to D, knocks it down into the corner. Hostler steps up. Rough Riders able to get possession. Puck pops out. Not sure why we didn't have a little extra pep in our step there, Bastien. Anyway, Rough Riders come out with the puck. Break it up the zone. Hugo's able to intercept that. He shoots it up into the netting. That's going to cause a whistle. New forward group coming out on the ice for Rampage. Looks like Hudson and Ketcher. On defense, you've got Markey and Coop. Rough Riders power play for another minute and 18 seconds. 10 minutes, 51 seconds left in the second period. 2-0 Rough Riders. Face-off comes back to Rampage. They shoot it around the boards all the way down to the other end. Rough Riders looking to break out the puck. They go D to D. Head across through the neutral zone, across the red line, across the blue line in. Try to get a shot on net. Markey blocks that one, goes up into the netting. Defensive zone face-off. .54 seconds left on the Rough Riders penalty. Face-offs to David Shields right. Rough Riders come away with possession. Back to their D. They go to the half wall. He has a sneaky shot on net, a little shot tip. David Shields able to direct that one into the corner. Catcher gets tied up a little bit, is able to chip it out, but he was hauled down in the process. It's like the referee's trying to get control of this game. Does not have a high tolerance for too many things. It seems like every time a team gets a power play, they end up getting a penalty called on them. So we're 4-on-4 for 39 more seconds, and then the Rampage will be on the power play. On the ice, you got Hudson and Mendelson with Coop and Markey. Rampage with possession. Shoot it down into the corner. Hudson gives chase. Rough Riders go try to shoot it up the wall. Cooper's there, is able to hold the blue line. Hudson had handle on it there for a second, lost control, pops out of the zone. Markey carried it in offsides. We'll have a whistle. So we got 4-on-4 action for another 24 seconds. Rough Riders finally able to come away with possession out of that faceoff. They go D to D, try to get it up the ice. Mendelson intercepts that. Coop shoots it up into a soft area for Hudson to be able to go get. Curls up, tries to come up the boards. He's taking on two Rough Riders players. They come away with possession, circle behind their net. Shoot it off the glass. Comes out to the red line. Markey makes a area pass over for Coop to come get it here on the near side wall. Ends up behind the net. Rough Riders come away with possession. Rampage are on the power play. Rough Riders ice the puck. What I was saying is Rampage is on the power play for another minute, 1 second. Coming on the ice is Bastine, Hostler, and Ketcher. And we've got Hugo and Christie. Rampage looking to get on the scoreboard, get back into this game. Rough Riders come away with possession of the puck. Trying to head up the ice. Get across the blue line, try to get a shot on net. Hugo blocks that down. Ketcher comes away with possession. Tries to get it out. Bastine circles back. He's going to regroup. Starts heading up the ice. Gets across the blue line, gets stood up there. Rough Riders able to get the puck out. When they come back, they shoot the puck in and make Rampage work the full 200 feet. Hugo shoots the puck around to Haas. Haas gets it out, makes a cross-ice pass to Bastine. He tries to get an edge on one. He's fighting off one, gets the puck onto the net. Goalie makes a huge save. They try to get it out. Christie gets it up at the blue line. He goes D to D over to Hugo. Hugo tries to get a shot towards the net, gets blocked. Now we might have breakaway going the other way. Hugo's able to angle him out, neutralizes it, shoots it out. Jacob Blue now with possession, heading back into Rough Rider zone. He takes a big hit here on the near side boards. Hostler steps in, hits on someone. Puck pops out. And looks like Hostler going to the penalty box for the third time. So Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill again. We're at the 8-minute mark of the second period. A lot of times right around now we do that half of the game ice cut. Yeah, it looks like we're going to break for the ice cut as the Rampage players appear to be heading back to the locker room. All right, so we're at the halfway mark of the game. When we return, your Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. We're currently down 2-0 to the Rough Riders. Get the coaches to have a good motivational talk. We're going to come back out, ready to rock. We'll return shortly. All right, welcome back. Second half of this matchup. Rampage of the Rough Riders. Rampage currently down 2-0. Got to work through penalty kill. Start this second half of the game. In a defensive zone face-off, you got Hudson and Mendelson, Sherman and Coop. Face-off's going to be with David Shields left. Rough Riders come away with possession. Defender dumps it down into the corner. Hudson able to intercept the pass there, gets around one. Can't get around the second one. Rough Riders come away with possession down in the corner. They work it up low to high. The defender shoots it back down. Comes over to Sherm. Sherm makes a outlet pass over to Coop in the front. He shoots it down the ice. It's going to be an icing. Same group of players out on the ice. Able to kill about 25 seconds of the penalty off. All right, teams lining up. This face-off is going to be to David Shields right. Hudson's able to win the face-off to Sherm. Sherm's going to shoot it around the boards. Jack comes up on the other side, shoots it out of the zone. Over to Coop. Coop shoots it over to the boards. Mendelson chips it up for Coop to go retrieve. Coop goes down, battling behind the net. Oh, finds a quick outlet out to catcher, but could not connect. Rough Riders coming back the other way, 2-on-1, and we're offsides. A little bit of a dangerous situation there for Rampage. Fortunately, Rough Riders went offsides. On the ice for the Rampage, you got Ketcher and Bastine, Christie and Hugo. 1 minute, 8 seconds left on the Hostler penalty. Puck comes out to Rough Riders defender. He shoots it in. He goes back, gives chase, shoots it up to the boards. Puck's tied up on the half wall there between Bastine and the Rough Riders defender. Puck ends up squirting out. Rough Riders shoot it over by their bench. Are able to collect the puck. They try to come in. Good back check on Ketcher, pinning the guy's stick as he was trying to shoot. Rough Riders have possession down in the corner. They work it low to high, gets past the defender. He's down all the way to the other end. Bastine's going to give chase. Comes away with the puck, gets it out in front. Ketcher again just jumps over his stick. Rough Riders coming back the other way. They got a 2-on-2. Hugo's able to force him out wide. Does an escape turn, comes back, goes low to high, D to D. They start walking downhill. Come in, take a shot, and they're able to get one past David Shield. Power play goal for Rough Riders. Rampage down 3-0. On the ice for Rampage, so you got Markey in between Jacob Blue and Vassallo. Coop and Sherm on the back end. Puck comes over to Vassallo, dumps it in. Rough Riders defender hits the brakes behind the net. Markey and Jacob Blue down there. Puck squirts out. Rough Riders able to skate the puck out of the zone. Get across the blue line, try to make a pass out to the outside. It's tangled up. Coop's able to ultimately chip it out. Sallow gives chase. Rough Riders just chips it up the boards out to the center. Gets across. Makes a move. Gets around Sherm. Gets a shot on net. Cooper actually partially deflects it, which probably throws David Shield off, but ultimately ends up in the back of the net. Rough Riders are up 4-0. 5:36 left in the second period. Out on the ice now for Rampage, you've got Hudson, Dotson, and Mendelson. Sherman and Briggs. Puck goes over far side boards. Rough Riders able to come away with it. They dump it in. David Shields directs that into the corner. Sherman gets there first. Shoots it around the boards. Rough Riders able to hold the zone. Rampage finally able to get the puck out of the net. Dotson gives chase. Rough Riders able to come away with possession. Poor guy looks up and sees big Hudson lay right in his face. He is laboring to get off the ice. The Rough Riders come away with the puck. Moving down, met with resistance by Mendelson. They try to get it out in front. Puck trickles over into the far corner. Trying to make a pass out in front again. Rampage able to get a stick on it. Rough Riders come away with possession. It's his pocket picked by Huddy. Tries to chip it out. Coop makes a good play, knocking it away from Rough Riders defender. He blindly kind of throws it out in front. Rampage were on a change. Rough Riders able to get the puck out of the zone. Also with it, tries to make a pass, gets intercepted. Rough Riders player able to get in front of the passing attempt by Grayson Hostler. Get a quick shot on net. Ends up behind David Shield. Going to be 5-0 Rough Riders. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left. The second period. We got catcher Bastien and Hostler. Hugo and Christie. Rough Riders come away. Retreat back into their zone, try to shoot it out. Comes out of the blue line. Hostler back with it. Comes across the blue line, tries to get a shot on net. Gets deflected and up and out of play. Rampage going to have an offensive zone face-off. Face-off's down. Bastien comes away with it. Gets his pocket picked, sends him a breakaway. Player comes down. David Shield makes a huge save. Gets his own rebound. Just overhandling the puck at the blue line. Gets his pocket pick, sends a player on a breakaway. Now it's 5-0. Maybe 6-0. On the ice for Rampage, got Hudson, Dotson, Mendelson, Christie, and Hugo. Rough Riders come away with the puck. Back down the end, get a shot on net. David Shields able to direct that into the corner. Rough Riders with possession on the half wall. They try to cycle it down low. Gets past their player there. Christie shoots it around. Near side boards here. Mendelson battling Rough Riders player. Puck ends up down in the corner. Gets shot up. Rough Riders player able to hold it in. Sends a shot through a bunch of traffic. No way for David Shield to see that one. Finds a hole. Right now the Rampage are in quicksand and they just can't get out. Got to be able to find a way to stop the bleeding. 3 minutes, 29 seconds left in the second period. Out on the ice, you've got Markey, Jacob Blue, Vassallo, Coop, and Sherman. Faceoff comes back into the Rampage zone. Briggs shoots it around. And Sherman shoots it up the boards, gets past everyone. Icing is waved off. Rough Riders player from behind his net. Just breakout pass up the wall. Cooper steps up, able to disrupt that. Ends up on Jacob Blue, tries to looking for someone out in front. Rough Riders able to come away with it. They got possession down in the far corner. They go low to high. Over D to D. It's over on the far side. Shot towards the net, goes wide. Vassallo goes, lays a hit. The defender stepping up. Puck ends up back behind Rough Riders net. Sherm tries to shoot it around, gets a bad bounce off the glass. Jacob Blue battling, finally able to chip it out. And Cooper Briggs looks like he's got a little bit of a breakaway. Tries to pass it over to Vassallo, coming down, gets deflected. Rough Riders trying to shoot it out. Comes out to catcher, gets a shot, goes wide. Comes out of the zone. Sherman's going back to give chase. Shoots it out of the zone. Cooper able to strip the puck, gets it over to Hostler up front. Catcher with possession, passes it out to Cooper up top, misfires on a shot. Goes down in the corner, Rough Riders get it, shoot it all the way down the ice for icing. Can have an offensive zone face-off. On the ice, you've got catcher, Hostler, Bastien, Christie, and Nicky. Face-off's down. Rough Riders come away with it. Get across the red line, across the blue line, still with possession, tries to kick it out wide, gets his own puck back. In the corner trying. Hugo meets him there, forcing him to resort back to the corner. Puck's down in the corner. Rough Riders trying to battle, makes a nifty move, switch directions, tries to get it out in front. Christie gets a good stick on it, eliminating any danger there. Looked like Rough Riders tried to make a pass that didn't connect, ends up all the way back down the ice. Bastien's able to get on a good forecheck, force a turnover there for a second. Rough Riders able to come out of the zone though. They make a pass. You got two Rough Rider players colliding here in the neutral zone. Catcher looks to be struggling a little bit. He's able to get to his feet, get to the bench under his own power. You have a defensive zone face-off to Mr. Shields' right. On the ice, you got Hudson, Dotson, Mendelson. Got a minute 13 left in the second period. This game's kind of run away from the Rampage. Rough Riders up 7-0. Puck comes back to Sherman. Sherman shoots it around the boards. Mendelson is waiting there. Hudson had to come back around. He's able to get an outlet pass, an indirect pass onto Mendelson's stick. He gets it all the way down in the zone. Tries to chip it out in front. Rough Riders able to come away. They make a breakout pass. They're heading up towards the Rampage zone. Sherman lays a big hit on the Rough Riders player down behind the net. Hudson comes away with it. Gets a pass up to Cooper Briggs. Got a 2-on-1, Briggs and Dotson. Looks like Briggs tried to make an indirect pass via a shot. Nice low shot there that kicks out a rebound. Great high hockey IQ play there by Briggs. Pass wasn't there. Goalie probably had a good angle on him, so he thought to shoot low. See if we could get a rebound to kick out in front for Dottie. He's heading downhill hard, crashing the net, looking for a rebound. Got about 30 seconds left. On the ice, you got Markey, Vassallo, and Jacob Blue. Puck pops up. Looks like Sherman's able to hold the line there momentarily. He's kind of tangled up with a player. Puck's still on the line. Things are getting a little spirited. Looks like the referee's going to take both of them. Looks like we're going to have coincidental penalties. Should still be a 5-on-5. 14 seconds left in the second period. Hudson, Mendelson, Nicky and Christie, and Cooper. Cooper's going to play the wing the last couple seconds of this period. Rough Riders come away with the puck. They might get a quick break here. Shoot it over the net. Puck's down in the corner behind the net. Ooh, a little bit of a late hit. Tried to come in and hit Hudson there late, and Hudson was not having that. Put him right on his wallet. That's going to bring us to the end of the second period. We'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the third. All right, we're back. Getting ready to start the third period. Hudson, Dodson, Mendelson, Nikki and Christie on the back end. Rampage come away with possession momentarily off the draw. Rough Riders get it back. They get something towards the net. They're really pressing. A little bit of a battle. David Shield doing everything he can to stretch his legs out, take up as much room as he can. It's like he was able to hang in there, keep the puck out of the zone. There's no denying the compete of David Shield, that's for sure. Defensive pairing change. Looks like you got Markey and Coop out. All right, getting things organized. Looks like we're ready to get underway here. Rough Riders able to come away with possession. Markey ties up his man in the near side boards. Trying to get a puck out to center there. Hudson takes it away. He heads up the other way. Cuts towards the middle, takes a good shot. Goalie has to fight off save there. Puck ends up in the corner. Markey tried to step down there to hold the puck in. Is able to come out. Hudson takes a little bit of a hit here. Markey just chips it up. Rough Riders trying to enter the Rampage zone. Comes back to Markey. Markey tries to make an outlet pass to Mendelson. Doesn't connect. Ends up down for an icing. On the ice, looks like you've got catcher Hostler and Bastine. Nikki and Christie. Faceoff comes back to the Rough Riders. He tries to take a step in. Hostler meets him. Jake gets the puck, tries to flip it up. Trying to send Hostler on a break. Gets a little bit away from him. Goalie's able to cover it. It's going to be an offensive zone faceoff. Hostler went and poked at the goalie looking for a rebound, maybe a little bit late. It's like the referee just wanted to let him know that he's walking tight line right there. No penalties. Play will resume. Hostler comes away with a face-off, gets something towards the net. Rough Riders defender was able to intercept that. Also shoots it around to the other side. Bastien battling on the half-ballers there. Try to get it up to Nicky. Tries to just shoot it down. Keep the puck in the zone. Able to continue to work our way down into the corner there. Rough Riders shoot the puck over. And finally able to make a breakout. We get across the blue line. We get a shot towards the net, goes wide. Hostler picks up the puck out of the corner, trying to skate it out. Lose control at the blue line. Rough Riders player shoots it back in, goes behind the net. Hugo back there battling, gives chase. Catcher comes away with it. It's a cross ice pass to Bastien. Just kind of tips it up into the neutral zone area to make a change. Rough Riders come into the zone. They've got a 2-on-1. They connect with a pass in the middle, but David Shield makes a huge save. Puck's just kind of laying there. Rough Riders able to take an outlet pass to Dottie. He gets it out of the zone. They try to go D to D. Mendelson's there to intercept that. Gets across the blue line, just shoots it in deep. Try to make a breakout pass. Hudson's there. Intercepts it there momentarily. Rough Riders get handle back on it. They make just an area pass out to the middle, but they're able to get to it first. Cooper knocks the puck away. Let's chip it up to Hudson. Hudson had 1 foot up in the air and 1 foot in the zone, so it's going to result in an offside. Coming on the ice for Rampage. Looks like you got Markey up front with Lou and Vassallo, Sherman and Cooper. In the back end. Rough Riders able to come away with the puck, but they shoot it into the Rampage bench. 13 minutes, 21 seconds left in the third period. The center ice face-off. Markey able to win the face-off back. Coop heads up the ice. Possession. Big step inside, goes outside, gets a shot towards the net. The goalie steers it into the corner. Rough Riders able to come away. Jacob Blue steps up, makes a good hit. Sherman has to step up. He takes a hit. Rough Riders come away, get a good shot from the high slot off the crossbar. Sherman names another big hit up close to the blue line. Rough Riders able to send it back down behind Rampage net. Salo moves the puck up the boards this way. Near side here up to Jacob Blue. He's able to chip it out. Rampage going to get a change. Coming on the ice. Got Ketcher and Bastien. Coop goes over to Hostler. Gets around one. Looks like Rampage are going to get called for too many men on the ice. Might have been Hostler jumping over the boards a little bit quick before Vassallo got all the way there. And because the pass came over and Hostler touched it before Vassy was able to get off the ice, referee called it too many men. So your Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. Got Ketcher and Bastien. Puck comes back to Rampage. They go D to D. Trying to work it towards the middle, get something, gets deflected out in front. Hugo gets to the puck, tries to shoot it off the boards. Able to get intercepted. Finds a wide open guy in the high slot. Takes a shot from the high slot, able to beat David Shields up high. Another power play goal for Rampage. Or I'm sorry, another power play goal for the Rough Riders. Make the score 8-0. 12 minutes, 15 seconds left in the third period. Got Hudson, Dodson, and Mendelson. Rough Riders come away with the puck. Christie steps up, makes a hit. He's going to get a penalty for it. referee explained to Christie why he didn't like the hit. I think Christie and the rest of us thought it was a hit. It was just he ran over the player, and the referee might have thought it was a little too aggressive. Not sure. But nonetheless, we're on the penalty kill again. We got Hudson and Dottie up front. Looks like Mendelson moved back to defense with Nikki. Puck comes out. The defender tries to get a shot on net. Gets blocked down in front. Rough Riders player again tries to get a shot. Ended up behind the net. Rough Riders with possession. Trying to shake off Mendelson. They try to get a pass out into the front. Gets intercepted. Mendelson's able to get it out of danger, up and off the glass. Rough Riders looking to break out of their zone. Dotson on the forecheck, spins off of Dotson, starts to head up the ice, makes a pass. Rough Riders get across the red line, dump it in. Mendelson goes back, gives chase. With 3 Rough Riders players on Mendelson down in the corner. They come away with the puck. They try to get out in front. Hugo is there. Intercepted. Puck got tied up on the side of the net there, and David Shield covers it. We'll have a defensive zone face-off. Got Hostler, Markey, Sherm, and Coop. On a minute left on this power play, Rough Riders able to win the face-off. They take a shot from the point. David Shields able to swallow that one up. We got Hostler and Markey up top. Rough Riders defender takes a shot. I think it actually ends up in Cooper's gear somewhere. Shot up. He hit him around the knee area and ended up in his pants. Another defensive zone face-off. Hostler in for the face-off. Rough Riders get the puck back. They go D to D. Back to the middle. Takes a step around Markey. Makes a pass down low. Tries to go out in front. Just doesn't connect. Puck ends up in the far side. Rough Riders with possession, trying to work the perimeter. They try to go low to high. It's disrupted. Ends up back down low. They make a pass out in front. Little one-time shot, gets past David Shield. Another power play goal for the Rough Riders. All right, we're gonna have a center ice face-off. 5-on-5. So you got Markey at center with Jacob Blue and Vassallo, Christie and Nikki. Rough Riders come away, enter the zone. They're going wide, work down into the corner. Try to get a pass out in front. Ends up back in the corner. A couple Rampage players down there battling. Hugo, Markey. Rough Riders with the puck again. Came back out. The player skated back into the same corner. Rough Riders able to come away with possession. They work to the other side. Puck comes out. Vassallo is able to just chip it out. I don't know if it has enough legs to make it down for icing. Rough Riders make a breakout pass. Rampage able to pick that off, head back in the zone. Hudson tried to get a shot. Puck taken away from him. Rough Riders head back the other way. Dump and chase it. Down in the corner, Christie battling. Christie on the third time getting a hit. Gets a guy on his wallet. He's getting a little physical here. Shot comes from the point. David Shield connects that out on the corner. Big collision in the corner between Christie and Rough Riders player. Puck comes up the wall. Rough Riders player carries back down, gets a shot from the goal line. Where the rebound kicks right out in front. Rough Riders player there unattended. Finds some loose change and gets it behind David Shield. Rough Riders score again. Coming out on the ice, you've got catcher Bastine and Hostler, Sherman and Briggs. Puck goes over by the penalty box. Rough Riders get there first, try to get across the zone, but they enter offsides. Rough Riders come away with possession. They get across the blue line, try to take a shot. Briggs blocks it. Puck ends up down in the corner. Comes back up to the defender. He takes a shot, goes wide. Back the other side. Rough Riders just trying to get the puck towards the net. Throwing numbers at it. Puck ends up behind the net. Sherman chops at the stick. Comes out of the player's hands, so it's going to result in a penalty. I'm guessing a slashing penalty. Rampage will be on the penalty kill again. Hudson and Dotson coming out on the ice. Coop's going to stay, and Mendelson's going to join him on the back end. Got 8 minutes, 32 seconds left in the third period. Rough Riders come away with possession. Puck squirts out front. They get a backhand shot towards the net. David Shield doing everything he can, battling. Ends up behind the net. Comes out to defender who takes a shot. Long-range shot. David Shield able to glove that one down. Defensive zone face-off. Rough Riders come away with possession, try to get a little backhand towards the net. David Shield gloves that one down. We have another face-off. Looks like on the other side. Rough Riders come away with possession. They try to go low to high and D to D, but Dotson was there. Intercept the pass, just kind of gets past him. Rough Riders back with possession, trying to head up the ice. They get across the line. Tries to shoot it down the zone, doesn't get past Cooper. Coop tries to shoot it out, but Rough Riders player able to intercept it, gets a shot on net. David directs that into the corner, tries to make a pass out front. Jack intercepts that. Skating away. He's going in, takes the puck wide. Before he gets edged out, Rough Riders player tries to make a pass. Does not connect. It's going to go down for an icing. Now 1 minute and 4 seconds left on the Sherman penalty. On the ice, you got Hostler and Ketcher. Ketcher with possession of the puck. Comes back out of the zone. Gets it over to Nicky. Nicky shoots it softly back into Rough Rider zone. They retreat behind their net. Looking to head up the ice. Ketcher gets a good block on that. Gets a pass out front to Hostler. Misses the one-time opportunity. Rough Riders able to collect that back. Looking to break out. Nicky partially intercepts the pass. Rough Riders working their way down below the net. Try to get something out front. Gets deflected towards David Shield. He's just going to cover it for a whistle. Got 30 seconds left on the Sherman penalty. 7 minutes left in the game. Coming on the ice, you got Markey and Vassallo. Game is definitely well out of reach at this point, but Rampage looking to find some offense. See if we can get a couple behind their goalie before the end of the game. Puck's in the Rampage zone. Rough Riders with possession down in the far corner. Markey and Mendelson battling. Rough Riders able to come away with the puck. Find an open guy out front. Makes 2 passes. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Great play by Mendelson. Able to strip the puck. Tries to get it over to Cooper. Pass gets away from him. Rough Riders have it momentarily before Vassallo edges him out. Rough Riders trying to get possession. Puck's just around the blue line right now. Vassallo able to chip it in. He gets around the defender. He's down in the corner with the puck. Gets edged off. Rampage back to full strength now. Trying to make a pass out into the center. Gets intercepted by Rough Riders. They shoot it out of the zone. Nicky tries to make a quick cross-ice pass. Doesn't connect. Jacob Blue steps up. Throws his body into a player. Slowing him down there for a second. Rough Riders come away with the puck. They shoot it in deep. Nicky goes back to get it. Shoots it over to the other side. Hostler there. Shoots it up the boards. Rough Riders able to keep it in the zone momentarily. Catcher comes away with it on the far side. Trying to go down on the outside. Works the puck down. Shoots it around to the other side. Comes up to the point. Hostler gets it there. Gets a shot towards the net. Goalie was able to make a save and get on that right away. A little bit of a rebound there with catcher hanging out. We got 5 minutes, 19 seconds left. 5-on-5. We got catcher, Bastine, and Hostler. Christie and Nicky on defense. Catcher able to win the faceoff back. Comes out of the zone, though. Christie couldn't keep it in. Goes over D to D. A little chip up into the zone. Bastien with possession now. Walks out, tries to get something out in front. Doesn't connect with Hostler. Goes to the far side. Rough Riders come away with it. Make a breakout pass. Coming up, get across the blue line. They get a shot. Goes through Christie. David Shields able to direct it into the corner. Rough Riders with possession down there. They're able to work it up low to high. Defender steps around one, gets a shot towards the net, gets partially deflected wide. It's up on the near side boards here. Momentarily. Hawkins up on the other side. Hostler goes and gets chased, gets his heads up, shoots it out. Comes out of the zone. Rough Riders looking to come back in. Gets across, takes a shot, goes wide. Tough angle shot on that rebound. David Shield gets over to make the save. Puck comes out of the zone. They're able to go D to D and regroup. Wilson's able to get the puck off the Rough Rider stick there for a second. Comes to a different Riders player, makes a cross-ice pass. They're able to enter the zone. Circle down below the net. Christie on him. They try to go low to high. Jumps over the defender's stick, comes out of the zone. Dotson turning on the Jets. Trying to get on the forecheck. Their defender goes D to D, comes around the other side. Cooper's there, keeps it in the zone. Does some nifty stick handling there on the blue line, gets it down deep. Hudson's down there, tries to circle his way out of the corner up the half wall, comes up to Coop. Coop tries to get a shot, gets deflected out of the zone. Rough Riders player able to fight Coop off for a while, but I'm guessing that Coop's going to get a penalty on this one. Rampage going to go on the penalty kill again. At 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third period. All right, looks like it's going to be catcher Hassler up front, Markey and Nicky on the back end. Faceoff ends up over on the half wall here. Ultimately behind the net. Hugo shoots it around the other way. Haas tries to get a little stick on it, get a chip. Their defender was able to keep it in, shoots it down low. They work it up low to high, get a shot towards David Shield. Pops up in the air. He didn't see it. Fortunately, Markey was able to glove it into the corner. He comes away with possession, makes a breakout pass to catcher. Catcher's able to chip it down into the zone. It's given chase to the Rough Riders player who reverses direction. They set up behind their net, looking to break out. Come up the ice, across the blue line. Trying to go wide on Nicky. Looking the way towards the front of the net. David Shields able to get his glove on that. Take away any opportunity. Minute 13 left on the Briggs penalty. 2 minutes 33 seconds left in the game. Lasalo and Jacob Liu coming out on the ice. We got Christie and Sherman on defense. Lasalo wins the draw. Ends up back out in front. Rampage able to get a handle back on it. Christie shoots it around the boards. Rough Riders able to hold it in. They work it back up to D. They go D to D. Takes a shot. David Shields able to swallow that one up. 55 seconds left on the Briggs penalty. Rough Riders come away. Jacob Liu gets a good stick, intercepting a D-to-D pass. Puck comes out of the zone. Rough Riders forced to retreat all the way behind their net. They come up the wall, get across the blue line, drop it back. Rough Riders player comes down, takes a shot, goes wide. Asalo makes a big hit. The board's there, almost put the player into our bench. Rough Riders come back. They get a shot on net that goes high. Puck ends up back behind. Christie's going to shoot it around. Rough Riders player's not able to get there. Slows it down. Puck comes out of the zone. They're forced to retreat. Got possession again. Runs into a wall of Rampage players, but Rough Riders get possession back. They come down, try to get a shot. It's like Sherman was able to swallow that one up. Tries to shoot it off the boards, hits the ref. Puck stays in the zone. Hudson comes away with possession. He gets it up to Coop. We got a 2-on-1. Coop gets it over to Dottie. Dottie gets a shot. Big save by the Rough Riders goalie. Ends up behind the net. Coop takes it up top, up to Mendelson. Mishandles for a second. Rough Riders able to come away with possession. 1-on-1 coming down on Hugo. Good back check. Interrupt that. Shot from the blue line went wide. Puck's behind the net. Hugo's currently battling two Rough Riders players. Jack comes in. Huddy comes down, helps out. Puck comes over to Bastine. Bastine tries to make an indirect pass to Coop. Just out of the reach. I think that was a pretty extended chip for Coop. Gas tank might have been empty there. Got Hudson, Mendelson, Bastine, Coop, and Hugo. Or Nicky, I should say. Got 30 seconds left in the game. Hudson able to come away with possession momentarily. Puck ended up back. on the blue line of the Rough Riders. They shoot it down into the near corner here. Battling going on down there. It's just kind of staying there down to the final 10 seconds of the game. He goes battling. Puck comes up to Bastine. Bastine tries the indirect again. Would have been an icing, but that's the end of the game. Tough one for the Rampage. That's going to conclude our game for this weekend. Rampage will be in Dallas next weekend. Tune in then. We'll see you then. Thank you.